Greetings, beautiful beings. Rima here from the Path of Light. Um, so this is one of my first videos that I'm posting on YouTube. I am brand new to this platform and brand new to sharing my journey. And I know that these videos are not going to be perfect in the beginning, but it's important for me to get some content out. Um, and I'm a Capricorn, so I'm very strategic, and I spend a lot of time just planning. But this time around, I am just going to go on a whim and record some videos. So a little bit about me. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And I am a Capricorn sun. I'm a Capricorn rising, and I'm a Sagittarius moon. And we're coming into the 2020s, and I'm recording this on the 31st of December, by the way, but of 2019. But we're entering 2020, and it's the year of the Capricorn. There's a lot of major transitions into Capricorn, a lot of heavy hitter planets in Capricorn, which accounts for my transformation, my healing, and these new projects I'm putting out. But yes, so I don't know if you saw my intro video or not, but really this is a platform where I'm just sharing my life's journey of the ever awakening heart. I have been, I haven't really been sharing my journey, and I'm ready to start sharing my journey. Let me show you. This is my little girl baby, by the way. This is my soulmate. Okay. So if you see me playing, it's with my little girl. Yeah, I'm not really sure where I want to start. I'm just going to start talking, and wherever that leaves me. I'm going to really just try to keep these videos between, 10-15 minutes. But a lot of questions surrounding my experience at Paititi Institute in Peru. So I went to Paititi Institute in July of 2019, so this past summer. And I was there. Paititi Institute essentially is an institute of, it expands your consciousness while unlearning your conditioned mind, and with the use of plant medicine and a shaman, who, all of these details will come naturally later on in these videos. But I was there, and it was the most humbling experience of my life. It was life transforming, and I just get chills even talking about it, because I would not be here if it wasn't for Paititi. I would be somewhere else doing something else, and it's my same old ways, but I'm here in immense love and gratitude and acceptance and forgiveness for the being I am today, and that is priceless. But yeah, I was in Peru. I was at Paititi for 33 days. And my time there was, a deconstructing of my ego, an opening of my heart. Grandmother ayahuasca shows you parts of yourself that you didn't realize was there, shadows, that you didn't think that were there. And, things were shown to me that were both intense and yeah, it was just very intense. And the relationship that I developed with grandmother ayahuasca was, um, again, so humbling, and so loving, so loving, so loving. Um, and then there's grandfather San Pedro that we've also um, explored with. Um, but I'm not really here to tell you what exactly my experience on ayahuasca or San Pedro was. I'm really here to tell you what it has done for me, what it has shown me in ways of my healing now. So, I got back from Paititi in September, and I thought I was going to be releasing a website, writing about my experience, what I learned, and essentially a review. But what I didn't realize is that the true healing came after Paititi, and it was so intense. Boy, did I think that the work was done after Paititi. Man, my journey only began after Paititi. Wow. If I would have started writing after coming back home, I would have missed out on so much healing and integrating. It was, I needed to really spend some time to myself. And I know a lot of you reached out to me, and God, I'm so very thankful for each and every one of you, all of my brothers and sisters. But, it was a time where I needed to center myself. I needed to get grounded ASAP. Because when I got back, I was faced with a lot of old habits because I came back to a familiar environment and the energy still lingered in the air. So me coming home and with my new perception, and new just way of being, I guess I could say, I was faced with my old self, my old energetic self that really was still lingering in this apartment. And it was not an instant integration. No, no, no. It was like I was battling myself, in so much resistance of, just, you know, every thought was, every old thought was being dissected with a new perception. So, you know, it was like a battle between my old self and my new self, or rather my transformed self, just kind of, it was a clashing. And, it was like when I came home, it was a rebirthing. It was, what Paititi did, it was, I was rebirthed, coming home from Paititi, and everything changed, everything transformed, rather, everything was different. In my eyes, it was everything, at all of my relationships, to people, places, and things. My sensitivity, also, to people, places, and things, just different. Um, the love, the love I brought home. Oh my God. Like my heart is just, it burst open, and any being that I had a conflict with was no longer. I saw them in the eyes of compassion, because we are mirrors of one another, and that's something I'll get into as well. But again, I want to keep these intro videos on the shorter side. But yeah, what I was really dealt with was my shadows, and a lot of it coming up, and not, essentially not knowing how to treat these shadows. At first, you know, um, I was really hard on myself, because I thought that I had to hit the ground running when I got back, and I had to share my journey, I had to share my experience, and you know, I had to be productive and, you know, but ultimately what I needed to do was get grounded, get centered, you know, a routine, a new routine, and not my old routine, um, which was very important. Um, so yeah, that's essentially what was going on. But yeah, uh, so right now, I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna rewind a bit and talk about, the integration period of the first few months being home. Um, but right now, I want to talk about present day. So I work at Whole Foods, and I also work at REI. Um, they're pretty great gigs. So grateful, so very grateful. Um, and I also have, I'm a spiritual person. If you didn't pick that up from the title of the channel of my vlog, um, I am very much devoted to God. Um, and I do have to mention that I'm not affiliated with any religious groups. Love and unity is the foundation of my life and all of my creations. Um, but yeah, so uh, I do play. I do use tarot cards, and I will be using that in this channel as well. Um, but yeah, so we're approaching the 12-minute mark. I'm going to start up a new video right after this. Again, I'm going to keep this 15 minutes and under. So yeah, I'll see you in a bit. This is part 1 of part 2. So stay tuned.